Hello and welcome back to our series in Get More Clients, 5 simple activities to explode your income, and this is video 5. So we're talking today about how to create a gold mine of ready to buy clients. And let's be honest, who doesn't want that? What coach or service provider doesn't want to experience that? A gold mine of ideal fit clients who are ready to buy from you and say yes. That's what we've been discussing throughout these whole 5 mini videos that I've been sharing with you. And so today's video is going to be a short but very powerful training that I want you to hear, because it's so important for the time that we're in. And when you do this in your business, it makes a huge difference to your sales that you can create right now, but also into the future and the sustainability of your business. So, quick recap on what we have covered so far in this series. We covered on day 1, we talked about why most coaches are struggling to get enough clients and how you don't have to be one of them. And particularly we talked about today's marketplace, the trust recession that we're in, but how you can overcome that. We spoke about how to activate your audience, and then I introduced you to the 5 activities, and that's what we've been covering in the videos ever since. So the first activity, I talked about the 1 business asset that you must have in your business, especially in this age of AI, and how this can never be replaced. And that was video 1. So you can go back and check that out. Video 2, we talked about how you can get clients in 1 focused hour per day. And I really wanted to share with you, because so often we feel like we have to spend all this time and we do a lot of busy work, but we're not actually doing the activities that create clients and cash. So in video 2, we talked about that and what you can actually be doing in that hour per day, but also how to make it feel your own and in flow for you. And what I've seen again and again is that when women do this, they 100% get clients, make sales, and get momentum. And so that's what I want for you. And we talked about making these into habits, habitualizing them. Video number 3, we actually talked about the simple shift that makes people want to work with you. So this is all about activating your audience, and it's so important in today's day and age when the online space is really busy, full of a lot of noise and fluff. How do we cut through that noise and share your message so that people get the value and actually raise their hand and say yes? So that video is all about activating your audience. Video 4, we talked about how to actually stand out above that noise. And I was talking about your personal brand and why it's more important than ever for you, but what that actually means and what it doesn't mean, because so often when you say the words personal brand, there are big misconceptions about that, what that is. So I went into that and why it's way easier and also more fun for you to create that than you realize, because essentially it's you being you and sharing some of that with your people. Today's video then, we're talking about how to create a gold mine of ready to buy clients. So one of my favorite all-time topics. And what we're talking about here is building a community. Now, remember what I said about the I know mind? You may have heard this before, but question to you, are you actually doing it? Because if we know things, but we're not doing them, then we have not embodied them. They have not become habits and they're not serving us at all. So the reason why community is so important in this day and age is because in the age of AI, with so much going on, people are looking for that real human connection, that soul-to-soul connection. We're looking for a place to belong, a tribe that we feel part of, where we feel like, yes, these are my people, they get me, they understand me. Everyone wants that sense of belonging. And what with the internet, how it is, society, how it is, a lot of people are really missing and lacking that. So when you provide that for your people, What you do is fulfill a basic human need, but also you position yourself as the generous expert, as the leader of the community, and that automatically positions you as somebody who is to be trusted and who can potentially help your prospects. So that's why creating community is important. Also, email lists are great, but we know that the open rate on email lists is going ever downwards. A lot of people will join your list and never ever open an email from you. So it can be that you're doing all this work to generate leads, they're coming onto your list, and then they never actually interact with your brand or your work. We really want to avoid that. And one of the ways you can do that is by creating community. Now, what do I mean when I say community? Well, you can do this anywhere. Like, I do it in Facebook groups, but I've had clients who've created their community purely on their LinkedIn, using their LinkedIn profile. Some clients have a group on LinkedIn, but some don't. And they just literally make those connections. They use the dream client list that we spoke about earlier in this series, and they build their community there, and they build it around content. I love a Facebook group because it's a place you can bring people together. I've had clients who've created their community in a free WhatsApp group. I know some people do it on platforms like School. Now, it's a little bit trickier because the benefit we have with something like Facebook is that people are already on there every day. They're opening up and going on there every day. But it swings and roundabouts, and it can work in certain cases for you to create a community elsewhere. But I would definitely be thinking about that because we want to remove the barriers. I know a lot of people are really resistant to Facebook, but the truth is, a lot of people, most people, majority of people are still on there, and probably your ideal clients are. So I'm not saying it has to be Facebook, but I'm saying think about where you would like to create a community, the feeling of community. Where would you like to create your tribe and create that sense of belonging? And how will you foster that kind of ethos? And this links back into your personal brand, but what those shared values are of your community. And then essentially what those next steps are to work with you, because that's what community does, is it positions you as an expert, positions you as a trusted expert, but also it helps warm up and nurture your leads almost like nothing else, so that they do turn from browsers into buyers and they can say yes to working with you. And when we do that alongside the other things I've talked about in this video series, like the magnetic messaging and creating your personal brand and how to connect with people and working your dream client list, when we do those things, it all works together as an organic system that really warms up your leads like no other. So, we've talked a lot about, okay, how do you actually activate them and turn them into buyers? Well, it's everything we've been discussing here. It works together. But the good news is it's actually quite simple. And that's what I teach inside my mini program, Turn Browsers into Buyers. And when I say I teach it, what we really do is you implement it. So I've been teaching you elements throughout this video series, but we know that more information never changes anything without actually making those into habits. And what we do in Turn Browsers into Buyers is the women practice these client creation activities, and they work on the elements that I've been talking about in this video series with my direct support. So we have a group chat where I'm in there almost daily and I'm responding and supporting and answering questions. So are the other community members, because they are on the same path. And then we have 3 group coaching calls per week. There are opportunities to upgrade if you want to and get some one-to-one support. But the investment for Turn Browsers into Buyers is an absolute no-brainer. It's £59 a month and it's cancel anytime. So I've done that on purpose to make it super, super low risk to you, so that you can come in, experience it, get some momentum, get some wins, and then I'm truly hoping that you want to stay, and that is often the case, that people then want to continue the journey, and we've got this amazing community and we're doing it together. It is a intimate group, so it's not this massive group where you'll just be a number. You get my attention, you get support from the other members, you get to plug in. There is a folder with mini trainings that walk you through the process, and I'm here to guide and support. So the point is, rather than this just being like another to-do and feeling overwhelmed, we just simplify it and we get you taking the next step and the next baby step, and you're making these habits, and then before you know it, you're doing the client creation activities, you're starting to get engagement, you're starting to get sales calls booked, and then you are making sales and bringing on clients. So that's what we do in Turn Browsers into Buyers. I would love to invite you that if you've enjoyed this video series, that you can come and be part of that. If you are interested, send me a DM, or you can comment Turn Browsers into Buyers underneath this video and I will be in contact. As I say, it is a no-brainer price. Would love to have you. And in terms of fostering your community, we can talk about where's the best place for you to get that set up, get you going with that. There's a step-by-step process for you to do that. So, that is my invitation for you. If you've loved this, we'd love to have you. And it is all about implementation. It is about taking action, because that's the way that you're going to create this business that you enjoy and that brings you the money you want, and really get your mission out in the world, because I know you are here for a reason. You have something to share. You're a heart-led entrepreneur, coach, or a service provider. You wouldn't be here otherwise. So, but at the same time, I want you to be well compensated and well paid for what you do. And that's what we're building for you inside Turn Browsers into Buyers. Send me a little DM, reach out, let me know if you would like the details. And that is really it for our mini training series. So I hope you have enjoyed it. If you missed some of the other videos, do go back and watch them. It is completely worth it. They're short, bite-sized videos. The longest one is the first one, and I think that's about half an hour, but the others are much, much shorter. And you're going to get so much value and gold from it that you can implement right away and actually get going with these activities. But of course, I want you to come and Turn Browsers into Buyers so we can support you, because I know how tough this journey is on your own. It's very tough when it's just you. So come join us. Thank you for being part of this. I hope you've enjoyed it so much as I've enjoyed sharing with you, and I'll see some of you inside Turn Browsers into Buyers. Bye for now.